This is Scott from Comic Book Hangover, and I know I've basically been doing one video a week, showing my weekly haul. But today I just got my Alterna Comics Indiegogo haul, which I did post pictures for on some of my social media, and figured, why not? I've seen other people do this, where they kind of go through a box and share the books that they have in a specific box. So I figured I would go ahead and try to do the same thing, but with my Alterna comics. I've got a couple new ones that I got in my Indiegogo haul that I can add to it. So figure, what the heck, why not? It does seem like there's a lot here. There actually is quite a few. So we're going to kind of go through them really quickly. I'll talk about some of them, but for the most part, Alterna Comics, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, some of my weekly haul videos, their books are mostly miniseries, anywhere from 3 to 6 issue miniseries, and they average in price at $1.50, and they're all printed on newsprint, and they have a wide selection of titles. They go through just about every imaginable genre that you could think of for a comic book, except for maybe hardcore adult stuff. But they have stuff like this guy here, Actual Roger. This is one of the more recent ones. And as it says there in the top corner, is from the director of the Tick animated series. So this is one of those little fun series. They've also got on the barcode here, of course, your price, direct sales, but they've also got the genre listed there as well, and the rating. So if you're curious about a book, if it's for everyone or if it's just for more mature audiences, you can look at that as well. So we've got Actual Roger #1 and #2. Currently, that's all that's out now. And we've got this one here, Adam Wreck. This is one of the first books to come out. And yeah, I've got this one signed by the creator of the series. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this signed personally, but a good friend of mine saw him at a show and got a signature, so that was really cool. Another Adam Wreck, #2. And now this is, like I said, this is from the first run of books they did. So this is from 2017. Something else they do is kind of cool is they put the year right there, and I think that's because sometimes they might plan on doing more with that character. So then there's Amazing Age. Unfortunately, due to I still say it's just a misunderstanding. We're not going to get any more Amazing Age through Alterna, which is kind of sad because the book was really well done. It's very imaginative. But this kid that created this boy that created this comic book world and ends up through a series of events in that world. What was really great was the book was drawn like it was drawn by a kid who was creating his own series. So it ran for 5 issues, and we got a couple of specials as well that I just showed you. But, that was really sad. Baron Rat, it's a $1 one-shot featuring a character from a book we'll see later on, Mr. Crypt. It's a very fun, all-ages book. My little boy actually really liked that one. Blood Realm. This one here, got some really cool stuff for that one. Blood Realm horror series. Dark fantasy is sort of like a horror version of, I guess, along the lines of Lord of the Rings. The art inside is just like what you're seeing on the cover here. Very well done. This is probably one of my favorite ones. And fortunately, they decided to continue it with a volume 2. I'm very eager to see how it goes. The Chair. This one was written by Peter Simeti, the publisher. That Publishin' Pete is what he likes to call himself from Alterna Comics. This is his baby. Very much a horror book, and there was also a movie starring the late great Roddy Piper. And yeah, I like that cover. Kind of an homage cover there. Then we've got Croak, another one from the first batch of Alterna books. This one here is another horror series. This one was actually really well done. I'd like to see more, but I'd be a little worried that it would be kind of overkill for that story. So Psycho, I always thought there was a Psycho Co, but apparently it's Psycho KO. This is a kind of a Deadpool-esque type series. Really fun, and I really like the look of that character too. Doppelganger. This is a mature reader series, sort of a horror series about a creature that is a doppelganger, takes the life of this guy, and he has to try to get his life back before he dies. So it was actually really well done. I would like to see a little bit of an expansion on that. Eden, another 4-issue miniseries. And something else that I really like about Alterna is their covers. Their covers are really well done, and they kind of remind me of old school comic book covers, the way Marvel used to be back in the day. Where their covers were just more dynamic and were as much of a story as anything else. These days, it just doesn't seem like Marvel covers are as good. Okay, now here's where I get to add something. Feast or Famine. This one I did get signed this recently at the Motor City Comic Con by Dave Schwartz. One of the books that I got in my haul was the Feast or Famine preview. So sort of the same cover. The trade dress is a little different, but get to add that. Again, Feast or Famine, time travel story, sci-fi adventure, really good too. Like something a little bit different. This is definitely, and again, the covers are just so well done. Go West, sort of post-apocalyptic story. I would say fans of Old Man Logan, the original Old Man Logan series, would really appreciate that. And one of their more recent ones, in case you missed it, here it is again. This is reprints some of their earlier stuff as a 99-cent book. Reprints everything in its entirety, including the covers. Good stuff. It came out on a Wednesday. Is their only ongoing. Well, in case you missed it, is ongoing too. But it came out on the Wednesday. Is their only first run, I guess you could say, ongoing series. It's an anthology, so each issue you're going to get different stories, and it's just so much fun. I love that cover. It's a very old school cover, and yeah, good stuff. One of my favorite Alterna covers is this one here, and yes, I will be ordering this print from Sean Langley's Etsy page. Lilith Dark, another kids series, fantasy, featuring a little girl. So if you have a little girl who wants to check out something for herself, this would definitely be the series to go with. And hopefully they'll be reprinting this in the In Case You Missed It series soon, because this is definitely something that newer readers should definitely check out. Metaphase, another good read. Midnight Mystery. This one was a more recent series. This one I really liked. It's kind of a old school. Actually, yeah, like this one here. Very old school. This one had, I guess you could call it a gimmick, but there was an audio file that you could listen to, and it was basically this issue read to you as sort of a radio play, like an old school radio play. Very, very cool. I've actually done that a couple of times. They're going to be continuing this. What I would like to see, actually, is if they could do sort of EC homage covers for a volume of Midnight Mystery. Mighty Mascots, another really fun all-ages series. Superheroes. Mother Russia, this one was one of my favorites. Again, from one of their earlier rounds of Alterna books. This one was a zombie book. And just so much fun. I actually might go back and reread this one. That was a lot of fun. Mr. Crypt, all ages humor. That's where Baron Rat made his first appearance. Very, very humorous little series. I'd like to see more. Scrimshaw was originally an ongoing series. Ran for 6 issues, and now they've kind of reformatted it as a ongoing miniseries. So, sci-fi adventure with cyborgs, pirates, cutthroats, mercs, and those are kind of your good guys of the series. So there's that one. That was the end of Volume 1, and then we're in the middle of Volume 2 now. I really like the covers of these. Sinitis, another horror series. This one's very, very dark and kind of a thinking man's horror series. Oh, I really enjoyed that one. Tinseltown, kind of a period piece about a gal who wants to be a cop and ends up being a security guard at a movie studio. Very, again, just a fun little series. That was a 5-issue. The Trespasser, alien, sort of a post-apocalyptic alien series. I think this one was actually optioned for a movie or something. I remember seeing something about that one, but also just, again, a really good read. I mean, I honestly have not really come across any Alterna books that I haven't enjoyed. This one here is sort of Unit 44 was a graphic novel first, and then they just decided to redo it as a 4-issue miniseries, and it's sort of I'd like to say a funny version of Men in Black, but Men in Black was funny on its own. But along the lines of Men in Black, where you've got these people were trying to protect humanity in general from the whole reality of aliens, and they had stuff that was in a storage unit, Unit 44, and they forgot to pay the storage rental prices, and the stuff was auctioned off, and now they have to go back and try to get what they need to save the world. Wicked Righteous from Terry Mayo. This was a very, very cool series. It's another sort of a post-apocalyptic thing. Kind of a thriller, action thriller series where, basically kids survive this disaster of some sort. I don't want to say too much about it, but I don't want to give too much away, but a great cast of characters, especially this guy here, very sick and twisted individual. And again, some really great covers. Actually, I think another one of my all-time favorite Alterna Comics covers is this one here, featuring a very psychotic character. And yeah, this cover just, I remember seeing it solicited as like, I cannot wait to get that cover. And fortunately, they are continuing the Wicked Righteous with Volume 2 Exodus. And then there's the 12. Another great sort of post-apocalyptic thriller. The 12 are a band of, I don't know if you want to call them bandits or scavengers or whatever. They're sort of iconic in this world. If you see them, then basically you're as good as dead. And this kind of dives into who and what they are. This was a 5-issue series, and somehow I missed the 5th issue, but part of my haul today, I got issue 5, so I was able to finish it off. And all I've got to say is I really, really hope they continue this, because where they left it off was a perfect place to sort of expand on that world. And Zero Jumper, featuring some more of my favorite covers from Alterna Comics. And that wraps that up. So these are all of my Alterna books. They fit in a short box for now. I may have to either transfer them over soon to a long box or add a second short box. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm really, really enjoying Alterna books. They've got a great selection of titles, great selection of genres. Their creative teams are really just some really top-notch creative teams. So if you're looking for something that's very different, if you're kind of tired of constant events and tie-ins and just how everything is always getting rebooted and relaunched, sort of how Marvel and to also a great extent DC, the way they always do things. If you're looking for something that's more self-contained and that you could possibly share with the kids, that you could possibly just enjoy for yourself as a grown-up, Alterna Comics is definitely something you want to look into. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and you're willing to check out Alterna. I mean, really, like I said, their books are $1.50. And there's really no reason to not try them. They're $1.50, 99 cents is their cheapest one if you want to check out some of their older stuff, and in case you missed it, $1.99 is the most expensive for their anthology book, which has some really good stories going in there. So check them out. Any comments or questions, leave them in the description below. Feel free to like or dislike the video and subscribe if you're so inclined. I will also start putting links in the description for some of my other social media. I mainly just have Instagram and Facebook. I had Twitter, but it's kind of a cesspool of negativity and hate, so I got rid of it. I may go back to it, I'm not sure yet. But I'll put all those descriptions and link below, and also maybe something for Alterna as well, so you can check their stuff out. So again, thanks for watching, and we will probably see you later in the week, unless I decide to do another video.